Hey, Robert, it's Brian. I thought instead of trying to write up all this stuff and send you some pictures, I'm going to actually make a video so you can actually see what I'm trying to sell here. Now, let me state up front first. I'm selling these to help my cousin who has burned their house burned down. They've lost literally everything. They got out of the house with the clothes they were wearing on their back. It is a complete loss. So I know you've always been fair with me on pricing. I do want to state up front, I am looking to get as much money as possible for these. So I hope you'll bear that in mind. And I'm going to let you have first pick of all this. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to show you some of the mods that I've got here that I thought would specifically interest you so you can better understand them. First, let me go over some that I've pulled out here. Now, I have an original Marauder. Now, this does have the other arm. I just don't have it attached. And as you can see, there's a pair of medium lasers that have been attached to this. Now, that's an original Marauder. That was a character's special mod for his mech. But the arm is there. It's all complete. I just don't have it attached. So that's why it's sitting out like this. This one is a Guillotine 2C. And I made a little Sculpey base there with an impression. I actually had to sacrifice two of these figures to get this, so I had to chop it off both legs from the waist. The waist itself, it's got an extension. It's been cleaned and reposed, and then because of the awkward stance, I molded some Sculpey putty so that it will sit in its base. Was debating on selling that one, but you know, I'm never going to finish it, so might as well get rid of it. Anyway, I'm pretty proud of that one. A lot of work. It's actually just ready to go, so I don't think you'd have to do anything but paint it. This guy is part of that series I think I told you about where I was doing the different transition periods of the Galahad, going from the Star League version to the Clan version. This is the interim stage where they've removed the radar dish. I do have the original flat horizontal radar dish that would go on this, and then it's got the Clan legs and the Star League body. So, and then there's some optional arms that would go with it. You got like prototype arms and then the original Clan arms. So that's kind of like you could take it whatever direction you want. This is an imp, obviously. I removed the right arm. I don't have a replacement for it, so I was still trying to scratch build something. And I kind of bulked up the left arm, which was puny. That's an LB10X from the Wolf Trap with some kind of barrel extension in there. But that was going to be just basically a better version of the imp. That's the state it's in. It does not have a right arm. You would have to construct something yourself, but still a good figure. This is a shootist. It has been carefully removed from the original base and put into a walking position. And I added a waist extension so that it was a little taller, has a little bit of a gait to it. I was trying to do some practicing with some variations of blue, but I never finished it out. You could strip it, or you could continue painting it as it is. The middle waist piece is plastic, so if you're trying to do a solvent, might be something to consider. That could eat that away. There's also a plastic piece in the Guillotine 2C's waist. So this is actually pretty interesting. This is an original Archer, and I shaved the torsos off, and I put Vulture torsos on there, and then reattached the arms. I was trying to practice with some oil-based paint, so that is a glossy oil-based. You would have to strip that if you don't like it. But these are all in pieces, so this would all come apart. I was obviously trying to do Jamie Wolf's. I just never finished it up. But that's got a lot of extra bulk for an Archer, and it's kind of cool. You could maybe make it like a 2C version, possibly. I don't know. This is a Legionnaire, and it's basically the original figure, and I replaced the lower legs with the legs from a Dark Age figure, which actually look better. They're appropriate legs. And it's got a ball socket that sits in there, so you could repose that. And, you know, you could make it a little cooler. Okay, so here's some more stuff. Let me see if I can get these to focus. All right, this is a rifleman. It's an original rifleman. Has a full set of the regular arms, and it's also got a set of arms where the guns have come off, and there are the mini guns in there from the Elemental that I saw as a mod where it was basically rotary autocannons. It was really cool. That was my plan. But otherwise, it's an original rifleman too, so that's pricey. This is a Clint 2C, but it has the right arm from the regular Clint. The left arm is somewhere else here in the package. I've just got to put it back in there. That's also the left arm from the original Clint and the original Clint's head. So I was going to make that kind of like the transition between the Clint and the Clint 2C. You can see where I was going with a lot of that. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is a Clint MechWarrior version. It's resin, lots of little bits. Here's another partial of the thing I was doing with the Galahads. This one would be the reverse of the other one. It's got the Clan torso, the Star League legs, the Clan arms, and the Clan radar dish. And these are the other bits that go with the one here. So, you know, you'd be able to do that. Here's a bunch of random leftovers, lasers, some of what's left of the legs from the Guillotine 2C that I cut apart. I believe the other Clint arm is in here that goes with that guy. This is an original Warhammer 2C. However, the missile pack is something from another mech. I don't think I have that. The SRM-6. There's two of them. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it's a... No, that's the original. So the original, and then there's an alternate version in there. This is just a Project Phoenix Warhammer that I painted and put together. It's just, you know, as it is. Okay, standard Star League Galahad, complete, never put together. Here's some of the Mechton random bits. There's different torsos, different arms. That's from the Legionnaire. This, no, I'm sorry, this is the Clint 2C, I'm sorry, the Clint MechWarrior version. This was a Panther. Okay, more random bits. A whole bunch of these. Of course, these guys. Here's the other arm for that Marauder. And this is a Panther that's been chopped up. The upper thighs are gone. And I was going to actually Sculpey putty some new ones to make it kind of in a little bit taller, better pose. So that's it for this first batch. These are all the stuff that's really the mod stuff. So I'm going to switch to another container and let you see that. Hold on.